Everybody, it's Christina from Creations with Christina, back with another Project Life update. Today we're going to look at weeks 32 and 33 of my Project Life album. I'm just going to go ahead and get started here. This is week 32. Let's see, it was August 5th through the 11th. But not really too much, going on as far as, it was just kind of one of those lazy summer weeks. And I used for this, I believe this was done with a Studio Calico paper set. I think, I'm not 100% sure, I'm pretty sure that's what it was though. But anyway, I used the Carrie Bradford for week 32 and did a lot of circle punching on this week, and then did the sewing, and then I used a rubber stamp. This was a Studio Calico stamp that has the days of the week on it. And I stamped that going around. It's a big circle, and I stamped it going around just the piece in the corner here, and then sewed on my circles here. And then up here is a little tab that says August 5th through the 11th. This was a rainy Sunday afternoon, and I had taken a picture of water that was building up in the puddle in our backyard. And then I used a L Studio cutout here that says Sunday, and I just used my Tim Holtz attacher to staple that on. This is also the Sunday I did a little sewing project and made a sewing cover for my sewing machine, and this is just the material I used. And then again I used some more of the Studio Calico paper set, and then did more of the circles which I sewed on, and then stamped the date on there. This tag right here that says enjoy, that is, I believe it's a Banana Fish Studio tag, and again using the same papers, and did some sewing on this one. Over here is Ethan. Ethan always says that I get more Happy Mail than he does, so he had wanted a couple of things from Amazon, so I just used again the L Studio tag that says Wednesday with the circle behind it, and did some little strips of paper that I sewed on in the back here, and this is the journaling about his Happy Mail, and again more of the circles. And then Happy and Mail is cut out with a paper tray ink die set onto some sticky back foam, and I just put Happy here, and then Mail down the bottom for the two pictures of him opening his mail. And then I just have a picture of our cat Baker, who has, every time I sit down, wants to sit on top of my feet. I don't know why he does that, but he does it all the time. So I took a picture of that. And then for the second part of my week, I have pictures from the library, which is where Scott and I both work. Scott is head of information technology for the library, and I am head of our circulation department. So I was actually working in our stacks. Our building is just about 125 years old, and beautiful building. And I was working in our stack area up on a second floor, and took a picture of the corner of our building from outside. So I put on a picture through our window to the front of the building. Did the L Studio Thursday for the date. And then down here is more of the foam stickers that I cut out using the paper tray ink die, and I did Scranton Public. And down here is library, so that's where we work. So it's a picture from the inside of the library on one of our second floors. And then this is a side view of our gardens, which is they were designed by Frederick Law Olmsted, who designed Central Park. So I just took a picture. It was one of those, again, another rainy day. That week kind of was a rainy week, and I had taken some pictures of their side garden. And then used this picture right here is a paper tray ink arrow die that I cut out using the pattern paper, and a Studio Calico stamp set that says I love books. And this is just a picture from going down to the sidewalk that enters into the library. Over here is another journaling card where I journaled all about, when I started working at the library, which is just a little over 20 years ago when I was in high school. And that's the tag, I think, I don't remember where the tag came from. Yeah, unfortunately I don't remember. But anyway, again, more of the paper. And this, for the side here, I took a border punch and punched out a scallop border, and did a green layer and a brown layer, and then sewed that on. And this right here is another This is actually a journaling card that came from that paper set, and I had journaled about a shopping trip that we took to get school supplies. Ethan and I were sitting in the car waiting for Scott to come out of a store they had run into. So I just snapped a picture of Ethan and I put a snapshot tag right here, along with a strip of paper border. I believe this was a sticker down at the bottom. And then I have a picture here that says, "My son, a blessing and a gift." And it was just a picture of him sitting in the back seat of the car. So that was week 32. For week 33, I had gotten this idea from somebody that I follow on Instagram, and she had used one pattern paper for the entire background, so I did that on both sides. And this comes from the Clementine collection, this Project Life Clementine collection paper, and I just cut it into the different sections. This was the 12 by 12 sheet, and I cut it down to the different sections. And everything I used craft tags. So I just have my week 33 from the Carrie Bradford set, and then I took a piece of craft cardstock and just sewed that on. And a picture of Ethan. He had gone with a little trip to my mom to a creek that's close by to her house, and I took these actually tags are all cut out from my Silhouette Cameo, so they're all different sizes. And I also cut out the little circles, and again I sewed that on and did the journaling. And then that week we took a trip to Longwood Gardens, which it was a late night trip that one of our co-workers put together, and we went on the trip because Scott and I have been to Longwood Gardens several times, and it was Ethan's first trip, and he absolutely loved it. So I have a picture of our tickets, and then just a picture of Ethan and I sitting in the kids section of the garden conservatory. And then at one point I gave Ethan the camera and showed him how to take pictures with the camera. He's never really used that one before, that was our digital, or DSLR. So he took quite a few pictures, and every time he snapped a picture he was moving, so I thought most of these pictures were going to be blurry, but they came out perfect. So there wasn't one blurry picture. So I just have a picture of him taking a picture, and then a picture of him taking a picture of his dad. And then down here at the bottom is one of his favorite sections of the gardens was called the Idea Garden. So there's a picture of him just pointing to the, you are here on the map. And there was this giant beehive chair, so I have a picture of him sitting in the beehive chair. I'll show you this next part in a second. Let me just show you the other half of my my week here. This is a picture of Scott and Ethan and I and my mother-in-law who came along with us on the trip. And the picture of Ethan, this is when we first, I'm sorry, I don't know if you saw that one. That was a picture of all of us. And this is a picture when he first got to the gardens, and he was very impressed when we got there, and he gave a thumbs up. Later on that week, it was, we were winding down, summer's kind of winding down for us, and school's getting back in within a week or two here. So we had taken our last trip up to the lake, so I just have a picture of Scott driving and some pictures of the lake, a picture of Ethan and his grandfather, Scott's dad, and his grandmother. And then the kids had a water balloon fight, so we did, we filled up water balloons, and then I had a picture of Ethan and his cousins, because it's not only just, us that goes there, it was, that goes to the lake, it was also other family. So that is the first, or the two sides of week 33. For our trip to Longwood Gardens, every time we go someplace special, I always pick up postcards, and on the back of, this is one of those Project Life envelopes, and it measures, I believe this is 6 inches by 12, and it was perfect for all of our brochures and stuff and our tickets. And on the back of it I took the postcards of some of the places, we each picked out a postcard that we really liked. And inside here I have the postcards, and I have, the only thing I haven't done, and I have to do this is where our journaling is going to go for our trip. So, but there was a special show going on. It was a light exhibit, which is why we went. Normally we wouldn't do something like that during the week, but needless to say, we didn't get home until I think close to midnight, and I only had like 4 hours sleep. So, and I had to work the next day. So this was the map of the gardens. So made sure to pick up an extra. We have our tickets back there. So I have everything for our trip right inside here, which just has a little thing that closes, and then that just goes right inside my album. So that's weeks 32 and 33 of Project Life, and I'll be back again with another 2 weeks of Project Life. Thanks for watching. See you next time.